Hey y'all, what's up? Your girl's back. Welcome to my brand new episode on my channel, Get It Since 92. And I want to do this review on Alicia Keys' new album, Here. I've played the album twice in a row. I love the album. It's really beautiful. It's really groundbreaking. It's really brilliant. And Alicia Keys, she brings a lot of important topics that, it relates to what's going on today and what's been going on throughout the years. And for her to release this album, and this is her sixth studio album, it's just remarkable how every time Alicia Keys, she never fails. This is my perspective. In my eyes, I've always respected Alicia Keys as an artist, as a singer, as a songwriter, and as a humanitarian. So for Alicia Keys to, really, really put in the effort to create really good music, she wants people to be connected with her music. And ever since I grew up with her, since back in 2001, way back, Fallen, Karma, If I Ain't Got You, um, gosh, it's a lot of Alicia Keys records. I mean, I can go keep bringing out her hits and, keep talking about how great she is. So this album here represents why, and I will be getting the album later, but I'm just enjoying it, listening to it on other outlets on, the internet and stuff such as that. So in my perspective, this album is so amazing. She really put in the effort to really create this really great body of work. And since her last album that came out in 2012, which was a couple years ago, I personally know that Alicia Keys, she's gonna be a legend. I know she's on her way to be a legend, because for her to have longevity in the game, and especially with R&B artists, because there are some people that think R&B artists don't have what it takes to have longevity, and R&B artists are not able to be creative and think outside the box. But Alicia Keys, she's very, very outside the box. She always has been outside the box, and Alicia Keys don't fit in the bill of, oh, I'm just an artist that's out right now, and a couple years later you don't get to hear from me, you don't get to know what I'm going to do. So Alicia Keys has stayed consistent in the public eye, and also she's strayed away from the spotlight, and I love how grounded she is, and she's very intellectual, and I've always respected her as an artist and as a person. So let's get to the nitty gritty of my personal favorites from her Here album. There is 16 tracks from the standard edition, and there are 18 tracks from the deluxe edition. Now, the standard edition is in all your local stores, all the stores that sell music and stuff. The deluxe edition is on, you have to order it. I did research because I'm going to get the deluxe edition with 18 tracks. I'm going to order that from London, so it's in the UK. So my favorite tracks are The Gospel, Pawn It All, Kill Your Mama, She Don't Really Care, _ Wanna Love, Illusion of Bliss, Blended Family, What You Do for Love, Girl Can Be Herself, Where Do We Begin, Holy War, and In Common. Those are my favorite standout tracks. To me personally, they really, really, really are very, very, very heartfelt, and they give and gravitate towards, how you think and how you feel. And Alicia Keys, she always gives so much raw emotion in her records. So every time you listen to Alicia Keys, she's gonna give you something uplifting. She's gonna give you something positive, motivation records. She's gonna give you real records, serious records. She's gonna give you, those nice R&B slow jam records. So she's very versatile, and I've always loved that about her. So I will review track by track, one by one. The beginning is an interlude. She talks about what's going on in poverty, what's going on in America, what's going on in the black community, and all of that. Because personally in her life, she, witnessed stuff, poverty, and she witnessed, people in terrible conditions and stuff like that. So she's just telling like it is. And then the beginning interlude gets to The Gospel. The Gospel is such an amazing record. It's one of those up tempo, hip hop, in your face, raw type gritty records. Those records are they're to me they're the most standout records because they're more of they give you the essence of a rebel, but it gives you a more conscious of, okay, this is it, this is what I'm gonna talk about. Regardless of what people like or not, I don't care. I'm gonna tell like it is. And Alicia Keys went in on this record. She bared her soul in this record. You know, she talked about the lines. She talked about mama. You know, she made the soup. Daddy did the yelling. Auntie she cooked. And uncle was a crook. And then she gives the whole. It's an anthem. It gives you more of a New York vibe because she's from New York. So I can see the street credibility. I can hear and visual it in my mind. Okay, you know, but she's giving you that edge. She's giving you that rebel edge, empowering, liberating record. And it's not so much about she's talking about poverty, but it's a motivation record. So you gotta, when you listen to it, it's like, wow, like it's out of this world. I personally definitely think it's one of her best, motivation records. I'm not saying she never did motivation records, but this is a really hardcore. So that's why I really like it. I think it's really, really dope. So Alicia Keys, you really did a great job on the system. You really did a great job. Pawn and All. Pawn and All is another up tempo. It gives you the heavy beat, the heavy the heavy drums, the rhythm, you know. And she's talking about she would pawn her material things to help support someone else, or if she had to pawn her watch or any jewelry or whatever, a piece of ring or something. She just went in on this record, and people can relate because, hey, you know, we have material things, but they're just material things, you know. But material things are just things. So if you gotta sell something yours in order for you to do what you gotta do in order to get you your money, just go ahead and do it. So beautiful message. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's my favorite song too. Elaine Brown's an interlude. This is an interlude of the activist Elaine Brown. I did research on it, so that's her in the interlude talking about, you know, racism and civil rights and how black people as a whole want to get their voices heard and how she made a contribution to, you know, getting your voice heard, civil rights and all that, rights, you know, all of that. So that's the interlude. And then we get to Kill Your Mama. I love Kill Your Mama. Kill Your Mama is a record. Gives you more of that like little country feel, throwback a little bit. It gives you more like that. I don't know. You somewhere out in the country, you know, you just driving, breezing, whatever. But the message is, you know, your mama, you know, for those who are close with their mothers and they have a relationship with their mothers, and she's talking about their mothers, you know, they do want the best in their children, and they do want to see their children, you know, do well and be successful, and, you know, just be the best that they can be. I can relate to it, so it's really one of those standout tracks that I really enjoy. So great job, Alicia Keys, on that one. Now this is my next favorite song. She Don't Really Care _One Love. Now these records are two separate records, but she put it on one track. So She Don't Really Care is about, it's a storytelling. To me, it's more of a storytelling in a way, because how she really explained the message behind it and she explained the content lyrically. The lyrics really stand out because Alicia Keys is always good at storytelling to me. She's not the only one, but if I would pick her as an artist to really capture the essence of storytelling, Alicia Keys is one of them. So Alicia Keys, she talked about, you know, the girl, you know, she don't really care, you know, she want the finer things in life. She's trying to strive what she want to do with herself, and then sometimes, unfortunately, some girls and some women, you know, they end up going the wrong direction and stuff like that. So I can relate, you know, I haven't gone through really messed up, you know, situations, but my heart goes out to people, and I know young girls and women, like, they go through stuff day by day, so I can relate. And then we get to One Love. She's talking about just one love and trying to be able to just be able to be more open to, just express love. And love is the answer, and love is what keeps you going, flowing, and just make sure you nurture yourself. So the She Don't Really Care. The production is mellow. It's a laid back, funky. She's taking you. I hear jazz. I hear soul. I hear a lot of that. So She Don't Really Care is really one of my favorite tracks. I love She Don't Really Care. So Alicia Keys, you really did a great job. One Love, you did a great job on that. And then the next one is Elevate. It's an interlude, and it features Nas, the rapper Nas. He's from New York. So she sat down, had a conversation with him, how to elevate, how to do better, how to strive for greatness. You want to do better. Of course, we all want to do better. So you gotta believe in yourself and just don't let nobody dictate you what to do and keep you from achieving your goals. So I got the message of that interlude of that whole entire thing. Now, Illusion of Bliss. Alicia Keys went off. She went off. AWF. Forget the OFF. She went off, okay? She went the fuck off, okay? The woman just bared her soul. And this record right here, she's just give you so much emotion and so much rawness, and her vocals, the way how she's singing the record, she's really giving you that illusion of bliss. The content, it's about people living in an illusion of bliss. They living in smoke and mirrors, and they're sick and tired of being fake. They're sick and tired of being tired and being tear down and put down. Oh my goodness, she went in on this record. And you know what it reminded me? It gave me some James Brown throwback. And how she is such a great artist because she studied and learned from the greats. Of course, James Brown's gotta be at the top of her list as well. I know she listened to him. But the illusion of bliss is she just gives you so much emotion on this record. So it's not even, it's just amazing how she went in. She just went in. I love it. So, and she gives me a little bit of Michael Jackson tease up in there too. She gives me a little bit of Michael Jackson. How she doing that, the growl and the voice. I was just like, wow, like she really went in. So you can really feel it. Just by listen to that record, you can really feel it. It takes you back that James Brown essence, that 60s sound, gives you more of that quality of that, genre. But Alicia Keys makes it as her own and doesn't sound like no one else. This is an Alicia Keys record, so you know Alicia Keys when you hear Alicia Keys. Great job on that one. Blended Family, What You Do for Love. I like this record. It's a record talking about Alicia Keys. She's embracing blended families from all backgrounds, no matter who they are, what they are, and despite their orientation, despite their race, background. But the main focus is blended families are beautiful. There's nothing wrong with being in a blended family. She also talks about from her personal experiences because she and Swiss Beats have children together, but he also has children from a previous marriage that he, from a previous relationship. So she embraced all the blended family and his children, her children, his ex-wife, and they get along. They're cordial with it, which is cool. I love it. I love the message. It's beautiful. It's positive. I like it. Work on It. Work on It is another give you that 60s vibe-ish kind of throwback jam. It's more of work on it. I got work on it. I gotta get myself together. I really like the production. Get you a more motivation, hard-hitting up-tempo records. Kind of, it does have similarities to Illusion of Bliss with the production, but they're really two different. They're so different records, but the production and sound-wise, it's like more that 60s-ish vibe. Cocoa Butter. Let me see. Cross and Pick interlude. I try to make sure I spelled it right. Now I get the skit, but I had to really try to understand. That's why I had to listen to the album again. So it's these guys and her. She's having a conversation with these guys. And they're like, oh, she has stretch marks on her stomach, and women have stretch marks on their stomach. Because you could tell. You don't have to have children or whatever, but they got stretch marks. So it's like it's a really funny kind of way. I thought it was kind of a little bit creepy at first, but I was like, okay, I see where it's taking us. So that's that. Girl Can't Be Herself is one of my favorite records. I love the message behind Can't Be Herself because I can relate to it because Alicia Keys talks about, well, women have the right to be who they want to be and express themselves, and why should society dictate to them what the standard of beauty should be? So they just need to let women be themselves, stay true to themselves, stop dictating women what they shouldn't be and what they should be in terms of beauty. And she talks about, it's okay for me to not wear makeup. It's okay for me not to wear heels and put on heels all the time. I just want to be free, and I just want to do what I want. Because of course she's not wearing makeup right now, which I personally think she's beautiful. She's a natural beauty. I think she's beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hell, I wear makeup. Don't get it twisted. I wear makeup, but I don't wear makeup. I wear makeup when I want to wear makeup. I wear makeup to, express myself because I like wearing makeup. But there are some days I don't wear makeup and I'm fine with it. So I'm still beautiful regardless, inside and out, so whatever. So yeah, this is more of a really uplifting, empowering song for women and young girls to relate to. So it's really, really good. Great message. I love it. You Glow is an interlude. Is another one talking about, expressing who you are, being who you are, and you do glow because you are unique. And she's talking about racial topics within that. So More Than We Know. Gosh, More Than We Know. I'm trying to think what is this record about? I think, okay, More Than We Know. This shit, okay, if I'm getting this record right, and if anyone comment, if I don't get the top of it right, just let me know, because I just get, yeah. So More Than We Know is more, More Than We Know. We gotta just do better, and stuff like that. However, y'all might have to really tell me what the record is, because I forgot what it means. I forgot. But where do we begin? Now, Where Do We Begin is more of a nice mellow R&B jam. It's more low tempo. It's a cool vibe. Gives you more, nice. You can just, chill with it. She's expressing herself on this record. I really like the production. So she's giving you that mellow soul, R&B, and jazz, which I really, really love, and it blends in with the production. Holy War is my favorite record because Holy War is one of those records that Alicia Keys talking about. We need to, instead of us tearing each other down and trying to dictate to others who they should be, who they shouldn't be, we need to embrace people for who they are, and we need to work together. Even though we may have different perspectives, but instead of us being malicious, we need to learn how to accept people for who they are, and it's okay to spread love because there's nothing wrong with spreading love. So that's that. Hallelujah is another record that's really cool. Hallelujah is like, she's going through some stuff she's trying to figure out, so she's thankful that Hallelujah just be able to just figure stuff out. And the last record is, of course, In Common, which I really love, which is a very personal and deep and very beautiful message about we got so much in common, despite our uniqueness, but in a way we have some things that are in common, but we can coexist, and we can, embrace each other. So that's what the record is about. Of course, that was one of her first singles released from this album. So, and you know, and also the blended family, what you do for love was the second single, and it features ASAP Rocky. His verse was pretty. It was cool. It was decent. And the next and then the third release is Holy War. So she basically has been putting out these singles over a period of time. But however, Alicia Keys' new album is really, really, really good. If I were rated, I'll give it a 5 out of 5 because Alicia Keys really, really spent a lot of quality time and effort to create a great body of work. I really enjoy it track by track. I love the message behind it. It's once I think I know personally it's gonna be one of her best albums, and it is one of her best albums because she said it herself. So I think years from now, down the road, people gonna be okay. Alicia Keys' album is one of those albums. In my perspective, it's going to be one of her memorable albums, along with her other catalog, along with her other albums. So, with that being said, I enjoyed the album from start to finish. I will be getting a copy of it later on, but I want you guys to let me know what are your thoughts, what are your opinions. Share, tell me what are your favorite tracks, and what do you think of her new album? Do you like it? So yeah, so subscribe to my channel below, and stay tuned for the next video, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.